The very ending, Trinity's handiwork with Dexter's wife, my first response was, oh my God, what an ending.
My first thought about the ending was about Julie and just wrapping my head around the idea of Dexter without her. Just for me as an actor and also for Dexter as a character. I did think it was a really bold stroke in terms of resetting the stage for what's to come, whatever that may be. So from a storytelling standpoint, as far as the future goes, it's an exciting proposition. But I think more than anything, I was horrified, and I felt for the audience. I mean, I think that this is the kind of thing that's really going to tie people in knots, and this is the final episode, so people are going to, along with us, are going to have to wait to find out what's in store.
Well, the interesting thing about this whole process, and it's like nothing I've ever been involved in, is the sort of culture of secrecy surrounding absolutely everything. Thank goodness Showtime and the producers and the writers, they wanted to withhold absolutely everything from everybody who might conceivably be watching Dexter. Mm-hmm. So they really loved the idea of surprising people. So we did find out, I think 2 or 3 weeks prior to the ending of the show, that Rita's character would die at the end. But we didn't find out how.
There were no specific pages until maybe a couple of days before we shot, and those pages were made available just for, I think, the actors in the scene, and maybe people who were shooting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very, very hush-hush. There was a false ending written in the final episode.
Yeah, I remember being at the table reading and getting to the end thinking, well, that's all they're going to do?
Yeah.
Rita's just going to go away to Orlando? And then you're the one who told me, you know that's a false ending, don't you? And I thought, oh, of course, why didn't I think of that? I mean, if you're going to lose a major character and a major actress from a series, don't let a crisis go to waste.
Right.
You know, give her a fantastic exit, make a huge impact. It is a fantastic choice they made. For one thing, the ending of the story between Dexter and Trinity, the killing scene, it almost ends on a sympathetic note.
You can't control the demon inside of you any more than I could control mine.
What appears to be a kindness on Trinity's part.
So what's the alternative, Arthur? Fake my own death and start over again?
You'll still be you.
All this sage advice to almost a child. Mm-hmm. That's such a misleading moment.
I have a family too, Arthur.
Because a minute and a half later, you see what Trinity has done. I imagine people immediately cranking back and watching that scene again. Because it's now fueled by so much other dark stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a question that Dexter will take to his own grave. What happened in that room? Mm-hmm. What was being communicated when I thought something else was being communicated? You know, I don't know what kind of doors this is going to open or shut for Dexter, but this will result in some sort of, I think, fundamental change.
Yeah. I think it's been one of the great things about the whole season that you've seen Dexter more emotionally expressive than he's ever been. Mm-hmm. And that's all a result of the enormity of Trinity's evil. He's so much worse than Dexter. Mm-hmm. He even appalls another serial killer. My most appalling scene is the very first.
It's already over.
Shortly thereafter, you see me walking a dog on the sidewalk at night.
And it's like,
no! Creepy. So, Arthur, you and your family been doing this a long time?
Right, for years. I took Sally on a build for our very first date.
Trinity is a completely two-faced man. He appears to be so good and so nice and so kind. And yet, by the same extreme, he's completely despicable. I think that tension is what's so scary about him. And they found an actor who's known to be a kind of silly, nice guy. My most recent reputation has been completely dominated by Third Rock from the Sun, a goofball, and a comic. To take an actor like that and just have his face fall, and become evil. I mean, it just knocks all your pins out.
Don't touch my sister. I'm sorry, I didn't know.